You should watch my stuff. It's hilarious. I do 6 live podcasts a week. We start Monday to Saturday. We bring in the biggest names from the industry. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. I just got lucky and found out that people like to listen to me. Even you guys down there, you may like this. I'll make you laugh, I promise. I am supposed to make fluorocarbon exciting. So watch this. We're going to do it. I'm going to make fluorocarbon exciting. You want to be filming this because they're going to be talking about this. You want to film this? You want to collaborate with us? If you're looking for followers, we have a phenomenal amount. We can give you some of ours. You will be blown away. We're going to talk about fluorocarbon with Promar Ahi USA. We're out of Gardena, California. Again, Promar is always on the cutting edge, trying to figure different things out. They came up with that new Akara jig. The thing is incredible. Once you guys try it and check it out, it brings the slow pitch thing down to the smaller fish. You can fish pilings and stuff with the slow pitch. It's an amazing lure. But I'm here to talk to you about fluorocarbon. Everybody in here uses fluorocarbon, right? You guys, even you superstar fishermen right there, you guys use fluorocarbon, right? You've never seen a fluorocarbon like ours. We have it available right over here on the table. If you come over and touch it, I'm old school. It feels like monofilament. It's super supple, easy to tie. The biggest problem with fluorocarbon is how stiff and brittle it is and how it holds on to whatever knot you tie into it. As you're pulling it down, it always has that memory in it as you bring it down. If you guys come to this table and just touch our fluorocarbon, it'll remind you of monofilament. You've never felt anything like it. You got to come over here and check it out, though you won't understand it until you come and actually touch it. I've been trying to get people to touch it for a very long time. I'm hoping you guys will touch it for me. Could you touch it? All right, come right up here. No, I'm just kidding. You're not. Come around right over here. On the table, guys, we have this fluorocarbon is the GT4 fluorocarbon. As you guys mix that fluorocarbon right there, it's going to blow your mind how supple it is and how easy it is to tie. And when you're out there fishing and the fish are biting and you break off your lure, the thing you're trying to do as fast as you possibly can is reconnect fluorocarbon to your braided line. Our fluorocarbon is probably the easiest fluorocarbon you're ever going to touch to tie a knot with. And let's get down to brass tacks, gang. None of us are tying a lure onto our line without a piece of fluorocarbon between it, unless we're just super lazy. If you're super lazy, then you're probably going to get super lazy results when you're fishing. From today forward, remember, everything matters. So when you're tying on your piece of fluorocarbon, time matters more than anything. You got to get that lure, or you got to get your bait back in the water as quick as you can. So as you look at our GT4 fluorocarbon by Promar Ahi USA, you're going to notice something amazing. Isn't that amazing how soft that is? You guys ever? That's fluorocarbon. That's amazing. Take a peek and then go to the other booths and look at their fluorocarbon and see the difference. They're not as supple as fluorocarbon. And at the end of the day, it's about tying the knot. And if you don't know how hard it is to tie a piece of fluorocarbon, that's because you probably don't tie a lot of knots. Like he probably ties one knot and he gets it out fishing a day. But most of us aren't like you, so we have to tie a lot of knots throughout the day. I spend a lot of time tying knots on. I run a big charter boat. My guys lose a phenomenal amount of fish every day, and so we're tying knots all day. And we're tying leaders onto the end of our braided line. That's where the GT4 comes into effect, especially if you're a charter captain or you're a guide. You know how hard it is to get when the wind's blowing and it's hard to tie that connection knot? This product is incredible for that because of the suppleness of the fluorocarbon. It's going to make it much, much easier for you to tie. If you haven't touched this fluorocarbon yet, we have samples right over here on the table. Come on over here, touch this fluorocarbon. You'll be blown away by the suppleness. Now, I know yours is probably way harder than ours, but we're working on it. We're trying to get ours harder. No, we want it to be a supple product. We don't want our fluorocarbon to be hard. That's the last thing you want is the fluoro. You think that the fluorocarbon took one of those blue pills. You don't want it to feel that way. So when you guys touch this fluorocarbon, come over here and tell me this doesn't feel like monofilament. You're going to be blown away. This is GT4, and we have several different sizes, all the way down to 15 pounds and all the way up to what? 80 pounds. So if you check it out, it's right here on the table. And then the other remarkable thing we did is once we figured out this technology, we started making these wind-on leaders. These wind-on leaders are big time. Out on the West Coast, we're catching big bluefin. I know not as big as your bluefin out here on the East Coast, but we catch pretty big bluefin. And we're using these wind-on leaders a lot while we're skipping the rubber flying fish or when we're flying the dead flyer out there catching those 200 and 300 pound bluefin. This wind-on leader is a must. And the GT4 product that we use on this wind-on leader, once again, we're going to go back to the knot tying ability of this line. You're still going to have to tie a knot or you're going to have to crimp this. When you put your lure on the end of your wind-on or you put your flying fish, your dead flyer, your live flyer. So this wind-on leader that we've come up with is incredible also. And it's available here. You guys can touch it and feel it. Find out for yourself. It's as soft as I told you it is. Yeah, it's amazing. Don't be afraid. It's right there. You can touch it. I've been telling people that for years. Don't be afraid, right? Erica, don't be afraid. So, gang, if you have any questions, we're at booth 2008. If you want to come over, check out the product. If you want to be the first kid on your street with the new fluorocarbon that feels like monofilament, come over to the booth. We'll be more than happy to show you all about our new products. We're on booth that's 2008, right over there, right over in the corner by where most of you are going to go after I'm done, right by the bathroom. I understand that you're going to go over there. How we doing on time? We got a couple more minutes. So, gang, when I pulled this product out of this, and I started to, I've been lucky enough to get the opportunity to fish for a living for the last 50 years, taking 200 or 300 people fishing a day. I know it's kind of weird. We own a whole bunch of head boats out in Dana Point. But this product, this is fluorocarbon, and it feels just like monofilament. And anybody that's ever tried to tie a piece of fluorocarbon, when you first grab it, the thing you're going to notice is how stiff it is, how hard it is to get it to turn the corner when you're tying the knot, how hard it is to make the loop in it, because it's normal fluorocarbon has a ton of memory in it. But what we've done at Promar Ahi is when it comes out of the extruder, we bring it through the wheel system more times than any other company. All fluorocarbon is created equal, just like all men and women. All right? It's all created the same, except if you take it a step further, like Promar Ahi has done, and run it through the machine a couple of extra times, a couple of extra wheels, it allows it to get much more supple and easy to tie. So I can't talk about it enough. If you haven't touched it, it's right here on the table. If you haven't seen our wind-on leaders, they're right there on the table. I want you to touch it. I want you to feel it. I want you to take a piece of it and go compare it to the other fluorocarbons out there. Gang, my name's Dave Hansen. I'm your saltwater guide. I'll be in booth 2008 all day. Stop by. Tell me how much fun you have watching all my videos. We have about 5,200 of them available on YouTube and TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and Spotify and Apple and Megaphone. You cannot not see me. If you're not seeing me, it's because you're not really a fisherman. It's because you're a wisherman. All right, so I'm going to be done for a little while, but I'll be in the booth answering all your questions. Thank you all very much. ICAST 2024, you guys are here. How rad is that?